ASMR video of Oblivion remastered. Darn, I should have. Okay, is this the way out of there? Okay, I have to get out of here because this is supposed to be a city tour video. And I'm also still deciding. Oh, whoops. Alright, how do I get out of here? Sewer waterworks. Basement. Okay, can I get out that way? Oh, darn. Okay. I'm trespassing. Wonderful. It's okay. I'm not going to quick save anything. Wow. What? All right. Okay, I just have to remember not to save.
Good to see.
Okay. Let me think. What city should I do a tour video of? I was thinking Anvil, but I kind of want to save this one and, do one of these, Leowin or Bravil. Maybe, my next two tour videos would be these two. And then I'll do Anvil. Because, yeah, I do believe, yeah, I did. I visited all the cities now at this point. So, I will do a tour video of, you know what? Let's do Bravil, okay? It's like a real, like an unclean city. It's a poor city.
Good to see.
But there's still beauty to be had. 8 o'clock, okay, let me pause it. Oh, wait. It's... Okay, great. It's like 7 in the morning. And, what can I trap? I'm going to trap these things. Since I'm not saving it. Okay, that should be good. So this is my tour video of Bravil. Please enjoy. Wow, look at that.
Yes.
this is a tavern inn. And as you can see, the ground is all muddy. It doesn't have proper pavement. Okay, that's a shop. Pawn shop. I believe this might be somebody's home.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I was almost going to say that this is maybe the closest thing to Riften, or even Riften in Skyrim, or Riften equivalent, but not really. Riften, it is like a city of thieves, but it doesn't look dilapidated, and it doesn't look neglected like this place. But even still, even though it's really dirty looking, it's because it's a game, and the graphics look like almost realistic, almost hyper-realistic, you could say. It's beautiful because of that. I guess it's kind of like a painter painting, who does hyper-realistic paintings. And he paints, maybe does a painting of just some muddy forest, or just maybe the slums in a city or something. It's still going to look like really nice, So it's kind of like that. Wow. Seeing this city from this view is really nice. I hope I'm making sense with my analogies. Sometimes, I'm struggling to find the right words, and I start thinking, maybe even overthinking, but I hope you understand what I mean. Like, there's still beauty in the gross, in the disgusting, so long as you're not really there. You're just looking at it as a painting, or it's artistically done, or in a game. Look at that mud, it's amazing. Sorry if I'm holding on to, like a shot, just taking in the scenery. And the church still looks nice, Writers Guild. Again, another lovely shot. Okay, that's the castle. Well, take a look at this. We don't really have to go inside, but we'll just look at the courtyard. Like, even this seems like it's, slightly, neglected, but although it's still, a bit nicer looking than out there. But, as you can see, it's still not very well maintained, right? But maintained better still than, the outside of the, the castle area. The rest of the city. This is more than just a game. It's really like art. The world is art. You know, they have these kind of, I guess they're called walking simulators. There's one called Lush, Lush, and it's some, I don't have it yet, but it's something about you being a photographer, and the world is like empty of people, but you know, buildings and things like that, I guess, intense. They're still there, and you just roam the environment, and it looks really photorealistic. I think even more realistic than this, but it doesn't have all of the other you know, features that this game has. All it is you just go around with a camera and just start taking pictures, you know, of the world, you know, nature, and you travel all over, you know, to different countries, and sometimes even into the forest. And that's all the game consists of. And I know they have other games that are very similar, where they're just walking simulators. And, you know, if you didn't know any better, if I didn't know any better, you know, and I'm just walking around like this and didn't know it's Oblivion, like, wasn't even familiar with the game, I would think this is the game, you know, and not even realize that there's more to it, that there are quests, you know, and fighting and magic and all of that. That is how stunning this world is. The lighting, everything. Well, you know, games like Myst and Riven, you know, and there are other games that are like that. There's one that I'm gonna get. It's only like a few dollars, so I'm gonna get it. But it's like a Myst and Riven type game, and the graphics are like this. It's not absolutely free roaming, I don't think. You know, as this one is, you're kind of on rails, but the graphics look, you know, really, really beautiful like this.
Hello.
Good day to thee. I love the moss growing out of the stone. And of course the ivy. Wow. You know, you could just take screenshots of all of this. Use them as wallpaper. It's like, was an insect crawling in there. Okay, let's head back out.
Afternoon. Interesting. Goodbye. Take care.
Well, at least the bell was not that loud. It's not so bad because I have the volume turned down a bit, right? But still. Oh, look at that.
I saw some mud crabs by the water recently. I steered clear of them.
Give me one moment.
Safe travels.
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. His name is Waters. He is part of the guild. W-A-W-D-E-R-S, Waters. So a shout out to you, Waters. His recent comment was he said he needed a part 2 to this ASMR video. You know that they really put a lot of love and care into the detail because this is not a pretty town, as you can obviously tell, but they still took the time to make everything so detailed. Even, things are just out of place. You saw to that even back there in the courtyard of the castle. And just the barrels, the broken, stone, fence or whatever. And these things, what do you call these? Like a brick of wood, or it's not a plank, but it's just this pillar, these 2 pillars of wood, logs of wood. They're just here, on the deck, but everything has all this detail to it. It's not perfectly, made. Like, see this bridge? It's not perfectly made, and all the, the placement of things are not ideal. And yet it's all so detailed. Projects that are unfinished. It's magnificent. Seems like the sun is going down. Yeah, setting in the west.
It's a relief.
So far I have absolutely no mods. I really don't plan on it. I've been tempted, but I really would like to try to keep this, as intended. Oh, this is beautiful back here. This lighting and Nernroot. Wow. Listen to that nice low hum of the Nernroot. Oh, some beggar must be living there. I don't ever have any real set path, when I do these things. I try to cover as much of the city as I can, and I just kind of, find one direction that I want to go, and, if I see something that looks interesting, I'll head there. Like head around a corner, or go into an alley or something. Yeah, that looks nice. you know, a lot of times when playing, even though I see how beautiful everything looks, the world, and how detailed, I mean, we all see it. You know, if you're either watching someone else's Let's Play, watching mine, or whether you're playing the game yourself, but you don't really appreciate, you know, all the little detail and how gorgeous everything looks unless you're, you know, doing this, taking the time and you know, making it a point, you know, to observe, you know, all the little, you know, details and everything. I mean, look at this. All the insects, the moths or whatever, the bugs flying around that lantern, they're drawn to it. Oh. Another, the lightning bugs have come out.
Good evening.
Just the fact that you can pretty much go almost anywhere, pretty much anywhere. You know, and outside, you know, you see something way off in the distance, you know, you can pretty much get to it, unless of course, you know, it's way past the border of Cyrodiil. You know, you're going into Elsewhere or Valenwood or Skyrim or something, Hammerfell, then, you know, of course, you know, you're not going to reach it. But if you see buildings or, you know, mountains, you know, you can, you know, most likely get to it.
Greetings.
Good evening. I know what this is. Lady Luck statue. I remember this. You reach up, kiss the lucky old lady on the cheek, and hope you'll get your wish. ASMR video. The store of Bravil. This rundown city. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, the shutters are all, coming apart. I love it. Okay, my friends. Hopefully this was enough to put you to sleep or help you go to sleep. And again, a shout out to Wawders,
She tends to keep to herself,
WAWDERS.
that's for sure. That's too bad.
Safe travels.
Good day. Greetings, Breton.